Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Morning routines are absolutely useless if you have all the time in the world, you don't have any goals you want to accomplish, and you just have the luxury of having unlimited freedom with your life. But if you're like me, you're working a job, you have goals you want to accomplish, and you're trying to maximize your physical freedom, by being a corporate athlete, then you need to stop blue light maxing and start taking action towards your dream life. Now, one of the highest points of leverage is going to be your mornings. For background, my name's Sam. I'm what they call a corporate athlete. I feel like I want to take credit for coining that term. Basically, I have an internship. I'm working 40 plus hours a week, but I also want to maximize my 5 to 9 with my personal training business and stay jacked and athletic. You can see before, lazy, unconfident, didn't get stuff done, not reaching goals on the left. And then on the right, this was taken at 4:44 a.m. Mentally sharp with high energy, executed on tasks that move life towards winning and conquering goals. Now, here's the truth. People will say morning routines don't matter. I don't have one. I still get stuff done. But everyone has a morning routine. Some just suck more than others. And the goal of this is to create a winning system so that you can go from this on the left to this on the right, right? Mentally sharp, execute on tasks, and then conquering your goals. And this is what I call the RISE blueprint. Kind of corny, but it helps you remember it, right? Starting off with R. R is going to stand for rehydrate. This is going to immediately, instead of reaching for your phone, crashing your dopamine, right, receptors by blue light maxing, you're going to instead drink 20 ounces of water with electrolytes or salt as a bonus because you've been cut off from hydration for 7 to 8 hours. Your body is already dehydrated. So the first thing that we can do is immediately get that engine up and running by 20 ounces of water. For me, I just pour a little bit of salt, pink salt, into my water in the morning, and I will prepare this the night before. We'll talk about this later. Preparing the night before is vitally important if you want to have a successful morning routine. Moving on to I, invigorate. Cold exposure is the best option. All right. I've tried many things, waking up, doing some push-ups or doing whatever. I still do the push-ups, but I do this first, okay? And there's a reason why. You have to close that gap between I'm out of it to sharp and alert. Now, first off, don't reach for the coffee yet. If you're already thinking, oh yeah, I'll just chug some coffee, it'll all be good. No, because what happens is your body, when you wake up, caffeine pretty much just blocks adenosine, which it builds up in the blood. And if you drink coffee immediately after you wake up, you're basically just setting yourself up for a large crash later in the day or the afternoon. So we're going to wait 1 hour, and instead we're going to do something else like a cold exposure. Say what you want about the cold showers, whatever it is. I'm telling you, it will wake you up, whether you like it or not. And not only that, but I found out too that it challenges you in the morning early, and it already builds that mental callus. And the more that you can do this, the more that you will develop a confidence that comes from doing hard things consistently over time, right? If you ever heard building that stack of undeniable proof, right, that you are who you say you are. And the best way to do that is something that is low barrier to entry, right? Think about it. All that is required of you is to turn a knob and just get in there, right? And it's going to challenge you every single day. I've been doing this for almost a year now, okay? And every time that I get into the cold shower, there's like this split moment where I'm just like, dude, I don't want to do this at all. I really don't want to do this. Why am I doing this? But as soon as I get in there, that split second, boom, cold water is on you. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. But then after a few seconds, you just get into the pocket and you're in there. And then 30 seconds, a minute, whatever it is, you're out and dude, you're ready to go. Energy's high. You're very alert. And I'll do some push-ups afterwards just to, one, get a pump, and two, it just helps me in that next step. And we're going to talk about that next, which is going to be strengthen. S is for strengthen. The morning workout to set the tone for the rest of the day. Listen, you can go work out after work. For me, me personally, after work, I have a business to run. I want to maximize my 5 to 9 by building a business, handling clients, right? Doing check-ins, building that 5 to 9 so that right? Eventually, all of us, we want to create that not only physical freedom, but then financial freedom as well. So, the morning workout, I have found it just sets the tone for the rest of your day. And a couple things to note with this morning workout: it needs to be planned beforehand. It needs to be part of a program, right? There's tons of ways you can do this, right, yourself. Also, if you need help with this, I am a fitness coach. I am a personal trainer. Hit me up in the DMs. I'll leave a link to a call if you want to schedule that with me. And additionally, 1 hour of high leverage exercise. We're not going in there, right? If you're taking 2 to 3 hours to do your workout, something's wrong. You need to change that, because it should only take an hour of high leverage exercise to truly move that needle towards getting absolutely jacked, being a corporate athlete, right? It's not only looking good, but just feeling good as well. Having that high energy, being able to be pain free, not be at your desk all stiff as a board, right? These things matter. So S stands for strengthen. That morning workout will set the tone for the rest of your day. You will have endorphins after you're working out. You will go and you will just have that momentum to carry you through that first part of your day, which for a lot of us is going to be work. And I will tell you firsthand, I've been to work without working out, and I've been to work, right after I worked out. And I would choose that 1 hour high leverage workout every single time. E stands for elevate. Okay. This is arguably the most important part. This is going to tie everything together. If you don't know, I'm big on faith, and I'm big on, following Christ. The hedonistic finance, bro, the hedonism is just not for me. It's not how I like to go about things. The people that I like to be around and the person that I want to be is someone that follows Christ, is on a mission, and has some purpose, not just in that hedonism culture. So we're going to do some sort of devotion, scripture, prayer. I like to call this daily bread. In my community, my team that I've built, we call it daily bread every single day. I'll send something out, but anything to just get you focused on what truly matters. And this is the perfect ending to a great morning. Huge amounts of momentum from this, right? Mind, so you already challenged your mind, cold shower, something that's going to challenge you. Body, you've got a high leverage workout in. And then spirit, right? Tying it all together. This is going to create a magnetic and infectious vibe when you go to work. The guy who works the front desk whenever I go into work every single day, he's like, dude, why are you smiling so much? Why are you coming into work with a smile on your face? And look at me, this was a Monday morning, and I was just overcome with just positivity, right? Having that magnetic and infectious vibe when you get to work. This is not only going to help you, but people like this energy. It's magnetic. You're going to notice a difference whenever you hang around people, whenever you go into work, whenever you're doing your work. People are going to notice that. And, if part of your goal is to either get a promotion, level up in work, this right here is how you do it, right? You have to elevate. And this helps you keep your spirit alive. I see so many guys whenever I get into work, and they're just beat before they even get into work, right? They're beat. I used to be like that too. It's like, why am I here? I'm just another number in a cubicle. This is how you combat that, right? We've done all of these things. We're hydrated, went through the challenging aspect of our day, right? This will be the hardest thing you do. Do something that's going to be the hardest thing you do. You did that, you invigorated, you strengthened your body, 1 hour of high leverage exercise, and then you tie this into it. You're going to be unbeatable. People are going to ask you, what is going on? What are you doing? This is the RISE framework, the RISE blueprint. Okay. You can see here, it doesn't have to be 4:15 a.m. Okay. That's what I do personally, because I know that I need to wake up at 4:30, challenge myself, and get going as soon as possible. This is also a screenshot from a daily progress tracker. This is a dashboard that I have for myself and clients that helps me keep on track with things. So you can see here, there's just a check-in, workout, calories, everything like that you need to help keep you on track. If you want to know more about that, like I said, link is in the description. TLDR, listen, hydrate, get hydrated, do something challenging to wake you up, high leverage workout, 1 hour, and then daily bread afterwards, okay? For me, I have an hour commute to work. I go onto a train, and on that train, what I'll do is I'll either be thinking of ideas, like a video like this, editing. But before I do all of that, I do my daily bread and I send it out to my team. This helps you ground yourself and focus and know that you have something that you're building outside of work, right? We're building something outside of work and we're creating our dream life. And it starts at the highest leverage hours of the day, which are the morning. Helpful practices as well. Like I said, minimize phone usage as much as humanly possible. Alarm, and that's it. I've been caught in like the whole wake up alarm. Oh, turn off the alarm. But wait, what's this text message? Or oh, let me scroll on Instagram. No, don't do that. You are killing your momentum. And before you know it, 20 minutes pass by and you're already ready to quit. It's going to make it harder to get into a cold shower. It's going to make it harder to go and work out. So just don't do that. Minimize it as much as humanly possible. Additionally, get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep the night before. This right here, I can't stress this enough. All of this that we talked about is going to fail miserably. Not fail miserably, but it's going to be a whole lot harder if you don't get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. All right. And it's going to be hard at first. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be hard at first to wake up early and go to bed early. But once you get into a routine, stick with it. Trust me, you form habits that way. And once you form that habit, it's really, you get into this pocket and this groove and you get this swag almost, right? Going back to the self-confidence and getting confidence from doing hard things. If you already did the hardest thing that you'll do that day in the morning, dude, like you prove to yourself that you can go and do hard things. So like what's work? What's an interview? What's talking to the C-suites, right? Like it's when you do this stuff, you have this sort of, I guess I want to say aura or like swag about you that carries on into the rest of your day. So get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. This will only help you, cannot hurt you. And then plan ahead, right? Water, gym bag, etc. I personally put all of my stuff in the car the night before because it helps me just not think about anything besides executing. The more that you can just reduce the mental bandwidth, which means just don't think about the mindless tasks that it takes to get from point A to point B, the easier it will be, right? Reduce all that decision fatigue and plan ahead. Pack your gym bag, pack the water, pack a post-workout meal, all that good stuff. So moving on to next steps, actionables, what you can do immediately after watching this video. This is what I want you to do. Action 1, pick a time to wake up, non-negotiable. All right. I don't care what happens. Oh, I didn't get enough sleep, all this stuff. Okay, who cares? You'll sleep the next day. You'll get into bed. I promise. Pick a time to wake up, non-negotiable. If you can't wake up whenever you say you're going to wake up, what makes you think that you're going to build a life that you want, get jacked, and follow through on the plans that you have for yourself and for the future? All right. Action 2, get your program in order for the morning workout. I can't stress this enough. If you're going into the gym and you don't know what you're doing and you're just winging it every time you go in there, you're not going to make progress. You're not going to see progress because you keep on doing what you feel like doing instead of what you should be doing. All right. And additionally, you're going to wonder why it takes you so long to do things because you're thinking about what to do next instead of just having it down. Get a notebook if you need to. Schedule a call if you need to. Ask ChatGPT. I don't care what it is. Get a program in order for your morning workout to go successfully. Action 3, write down what you're going to do the night before and stick to it. Like I said, this is how you create unshakable self-confidence and swag. So for the first at least week, write down exactly what you're going to do. So wake up, drink 20 ounces of water, whatever, cold plunge, 50 push-ups, lift, devotion. That's mine right there. That's what I wrote down in my notebook for weeks at a time, going back to, like I said, almost a year back, I would write stuff down like that. So write down what you're going to do. This helps reinforce that into your mind and it will help you stick with it. Like I said, guys, those first few hours of the day are precious. And let's see if I can write. Oh, I can. I kind of like how I set this up too, because you can see here, you're just building yourself a runway to have stupid amounts of momentum whenever you get into the office, whenever you get into work, right? And this is going to carry into work and then after work too. Like we talked about, physical freedom, we're going to get jacked, we're going to stay athletic, corporate athlete. And then after that 5 to 9, we're going to maximize it and build what we want, right? Build our business, build our side hustle, whatever it is, to ultimately achieve physical and financial freedom together. Guys, if you like this video, I appreciate if you leave a comment, let me know what you guys want to see next. And yeah, peace.